ever envisaged that a day like this will come in the life of the 10th Senate, but it has come. And we still have to do what we have to do in overriding public interest. Because it's not about the single Senator Natasha and the Senate President. It's about the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I urge all our colleagues to note two things. One, Order 40, sub 4, says no senator bringing a petition shall be the author. The essence of this rule is to allow us as elected representatives of the people, senators, to present and lay petitions on behalf of our constituents. The alternative to that is the matter of privilege, Order 10. That's what we can do. Not to bring a petition. Mr. President, I sympathize with you. As a man being accused of sexual harassment, I am not going to comment on that because there will be an ample opportunity for the relevant authorities to deal with that. But I know, dear colleagues, that distinguished Senator Natasha went to court on a matter, then appeared on Arise TV on another matter, talking about sexual harassment. And the wife of the President of the Senate, Mrs. Uloma Akpabio, on behalf of the family, the children, went to court. And parties have been served on allegation of sexual harassment. So it is important for the public to know, and also our observers, including our foreign observers, who are also parliamentarians from the United Kingdom, to know that political as this matter can be, we cannot be emotional about it. We are guided by two things. Actually, three different things. We are guided by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, Section 60 of which says, we shall regulate our procedure. Secondly, we are guided by the rules of this Senate. Section 40, subsection 4, of which also says, no senator shall personally sign a petition to be laid before this Senate. It's not about committee on ethics. It's not about waiting for the committee to take a decision. It's about whether this matter is right to be referred to the committee. Mr. Senate President, you were being emotional because you didn't want to be seen as trying to stop this allegation. That was why you even allowed it to be referred. The Senate erred by referring it to the court. Is not competent to stand before the Senate. That is the issue. It was signed by most distinguished Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaga, for whom I have a lot of respect. We cannot rewrite our rules because of anyone, and we'll be setting a dangerous precedent. Number 3, other than Constitution and the rules, the Senate is guided by customs and conventions, parliamentary customs and conventions. In all of these, Mr. President, this petition cannot stand for 2 reasons. 1, the issues and allegations of sexual harassment are already issued before the court. And 2, because it is defective. The petition is defective and it's in violation of Order 40, Subsection 4 of our rules. And in view of this, Mr. President, I just want to say that there is no way we can accept this petition. And having said this, Mr. President, may I then most respectfully, since we have said we should go to the next order of the day, may I then respectfully urge our colleagues that we proceed to an executive session.
The Senate leaders' observations are noted. You've not moved a formal motion to that. But sorry, before you go there, I don't want to appear to have shut out any senator.
Yes, sir.
Senator Cyril Fassi.
Yes, sir. I am coming under Order 42. I am coming under Order 42. By the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a senator may make a personal explanation although there be no question before the Senate, but no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debate arise upon the explanation. Mr. Senate President, before I say what I want to say, I want to refer you to Psalm 34, line 19, which reads thus: Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him from them all. The righteous person faces many troubles, but the Lord comes to his rescue each time. Mr. President, I want to bring up a case that happened when when my former governor was the Minister of Federal Republic. Mr. President, I want to say this because my former governor is also going to bring a petition on the allegation that Senator Natasha alleged when he was a minister that Ajakuta steel mill.
Your mic.
Yes, Mike. If this is what is happening about character, then we have to expose the character of a petitioner. Mr. President, I am coming officially with a petition from my former governor on the allegation that he sold Ajakuta steel mill when he was a minister. And Senator Natasha was the one that alleged as at that time. And as at today, Mr. President, Ajakuta steel mill it still belongs to the federal government of Nigeria. I have just said this as a notice, sir. Thank you very much.
Well, point of order is noted. Let me
Order 10, please. Order 10 again.
Senate Leader.
This drama is not going to end anytime soon. I said that before. This is the Senate leader, Michael Akpabio Bamidele. That's this guy. This is the Senate leader. Now, if you remember, first of all, let me give you context. I don't want to jump quickly. I don't want to be too hasty with this. The context here is this. When Natasha Akpoti narrated the story of what happened after the nightclub incident on the Senate floor and the backlash that Akpabio got, and you remember she mentioned that the Dean of Agbor, yes, that's the monarch, advised Akpabio to leave town because of the end bad governance protest at the time. And then later they called her, and she mentioned that a certain man, the leader of the House, of the Senate, called her and to have an appeal so that they can, sort of quieten the entire tension and all that. But then this is the Michael Bamidele Akpabio that she mentioned, saying that he said that if Akpabio goes down, she's going to go down too. And she said she was frightened and she started screaming and she woke her husband up, or rather she called her husband's attention before Akpabio called a second time. And then this drama continues. So that's the Senate president. Now, if you remember in my previous video, I mentioned that a lot of people were roped into this. One of those witnesses is this man there. This man you can see on your screen, Michael Akpabio Bamidele. That's the Senate leader. So what he's saying in essence is that earlier in the day, during this plenary session, Natasha Akpoti submitted a petition. Now, because she made the allegation on TV, the Senate would not address it. So she has to officially submit an application, a petition on the Senate floor so they can then set up a committee to investigate Akpabio, which she's done. But she raised a particular Senate order, and she said on that basis, she's appending a name to it, and then she's submitting it. And sequel to that, obviously, nobody will want to touch this. No senator wants. This is a very serious, messy issue, and nobody wants to. And then the only option she has is to submit this petition by herself, knowing the fact that they will want to throw it off. And they want to throw it out, which is what Michael Bamidele Akpabio is actually proposing here. And because she's submitting the petition by herself, then the petition is defective. As such, the Senate cannot hold it, cannot take it. That's what this man here is saying. And also, she's saying that because the case is in court, then they shouldn't be touching it. Now, but again, remember I mentioned based on Akpoti's, Natasha Akpoti's statement on Arise TV, she mentioned that this was the man that rang her to tell her that she needs to drop the case because if the Senate President goes down, she's going to go down too. And then she screamed and then she called her husband's attention. And before Akpabio called as well, and he now said, "Oh, Elema, let me give you, there's a contract in Delta State for you. Let's talk." And then she said, "No, you can't threaten me and then want to give us a contract afterwards." That's the man in question. Okay? So now this is what is coming up here right now is a cross-party line. If I look at it in real analysis, this is APC, because if you look at the two people that spoke, the other man from Cyril Fassi that spoke is also from APC, obviously from Ekiti, and Michael as well from APC as well. So this is a cross-party line. There are only two of Labour in the Senate. So we obviously know that Ireti Kingigbe would not attest or put a signature to this. So that one is out of the question. So the next thing now is that Akpoti only has one chance, only one option. She's got to put a name on it. Now, for good reasons, you know for certain that there are powerful men, Fabio, Michael, Opemi as well, these Senate leaders, they're very big and very powerful people. So coming against them, you have to have your guards down, up a lot. You got to have your armories together. So this is the other man, Fassi here, Cyril Fassi, who's actually now trying to assassinate the character of Akpoti. So this is all about character assassination because he said it very clearly. We need to attack the character of the person who's claiming this sexual harassment. And then she's saying that at one point in time, Akpoti did raise allegation against the former governor of Ekiti State, who she alleged at that time was a minister, who she alleged had sold the Ajakuta Steel complex or mining. And then she's saying, if she's made that sort of allegations before and they were not true, then this kind of allegation about sexual harassment is still not true. So in a sense, I'm trying to break that down for you to see the game that is going on, the power play that is going on, and obviously to give you context. Do you understand? So this context here is as this man is trying to assassinate the character of the person filing this petition of sexual harassment. The other person before, Michael Pemi, the Senate leader, this gentleman here, he also filed a petition. He's also saying, not filed, but he's saying that the petition that Akpoti filed is defective, so should not be attested to, should not be addressed at all on the Senate floor. So you can see what is literally going on here, that they're going to do everything possible to assassinate the character of Natasha Akpoti. They're going to do that. All right. The Senate President has already denied it. The Senate leader, Michael Opemi Bamidele, has already said that the petition is defective. And also, that other gentleman here, Cyril here, is also saying, based on the fact that she's made allegations that before that were not true, then we shouldn't take this seriously. So will you tell us, what do you think? Do you think I've helped to break this down for you, proper? Or do you think that the right thing will be done? Obviously, this is Nigeria. But above all, please like, share, subscribe as we give you the latest news and we break down this political discord that's going on in Nigeria. And above all, as we put pressure on our leaders to make sure that we have a working system, a system that works for every single person, where there's equality before the law. Everyone has a stake. And remember the words of Pa Edwin Clark. When you become a second-class citizen, you stop existing. I'll say that again. The day you become a second-class citizen, you stop existing. And this is what our leaders have made us be for so long. Second-class citizens, which we cannot accept anymore. So as always, please subscribe, like, share, and put your comment coming in. Let us know what you think about this entire situation. What do you think? What would you think will end up being the final case here? Will this case be settled amicably and they will say they've dropped the case? Do you think that the court will find, since it's a sexual harassment case is in court already, do you think the court will say there's nothing here? Or do you think that there will be more pressure on Senator Akpoti to resign or to leave the Senate, or otherwise maybe join APC? All right. So let us know what your thoughts are, and then we can then continue to keep you up to date as to the happenings concerning this particular case. Thank you as always. God bless you. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.